We're back in Rome. I'm Father Reed. Ciao, amici. We're here in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. And we're going to go downstairs into the crypt because buried there, along with St. Peter himself, the first pope, are many of the other men who have been successors of St. Peter. One of them, beloved by us all, beloved by the Church throughout the world, Pope John Paul II. This man, born Karol Wojtyła, of Polish descent, was the youngest of 3 children. He was baptized on June 20th, 1920. He was ordained to the priesthood in Krakow on November 1st, 1946. On July 4th, he was appointed auxiliary of Krakow by Pope Pius XII. In 1964, he was appointed Archbishop of Krakow by Paul VI, who made him a cardinal. Cardinal Wojtyła took part in the Second Vatican Council, where he made an important contribution to the drafting of the Constitution Gaudium et Spes. The cardinals elected him Pope at the conclave of 16 October 1978, and he took the name John Paul II. His pontificate, one of the longest in the history of the Church, lasted nearly 27 years. Pope John Paul II exercised the Petrine ministry with a tireless missionary spirit, dedicating all of his energy to it. He made 104 pastoral visits outside of Italy, 146 within Italy. As Bishop of Rome, he visited 317 of the Church's 333 parishes. He had more meetings than any of his predecessors with the people of God and leaders of nations. For example, more than 17.5 million pilgrims participated in the general audiences held here at the Vatican on Wednesdays. His love for young people moved him to establish World Youth Day. At the same time, his care for the family was expressed in the World Youth Meetings of Families, which he initiated in 1994. John Paul II successfully encouraged dialogue with Jewish people and with representatives of other religions, whom he several times invited to pray with him for peace. Under his guidance, the Church prepared herself for the 3rd millennium and celebrated the great Jubilee year, 2000. And with the Year of Redemption, the Marian Year, and the Year of the Eucharist, he promoted the spiritual renewal of the Church. He gave an extraordinary impetus to canonizations and beatifications, focusing on countless examples of holiness as an incentive for the people of our time. He celebrated 147 beatification ceremonies, during which he proclaimed 1,338 blesseds and 51 canonizations, for a total of 482 saints. He even made the patroness of the Catholic TV network, St. Therese of Lisieux, a doctor of the Church. His most important documents included 14 encyclicals, 15 apostolic exhortations, 11 apostolic constitutions, 45 apostolic letters. He promulgated the Catechism of the Catholic Church, reformed the Eastern and Western codes of canon law, created new institutions, and reorganized the Roman Curia. On the 2nd of April 2005 at 9:37, on the eve of Divine Mercy Sunday, the Church's beloved pastor, John Paul II, passed from this world. From that evening until the late pontiff's funeral on April 8th, more than 3 million pilgrims came to Rome to pay their respects to the mortal remains of that great pope who is buried here with the hope of rising again in Christ. The cause of John Paul II's beatification and canonization was officially opened on June 28, 2005. May his inspiration and prayers always be with us, the Church. From St. Peter's Basilica and the tomb of Pope John Paul II, I'm Father Reed. Ci vediamo presto.